Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Buddhism and Life. Today, we will explore an interesting and mysterious story about the home you are living in. Let's listen together. Have you ever stopped to think that the simple act of storing money in certain places in your home could be attracting poverty into your life? What if I told you that this seemingly innocent choice could be creating a cycle of scarcity that's hard to break? Ancient Buddhist teachings warn us that some specific locations drain the positive energy of money, blocking prosperity and risking your financial stability. What I'm about to share with you today isn't just advice, it's an urgent warning. If you continue making these mistakes, you might unknowingly sabotage your own financial future. But don't worry, there's still time to turn things around. By avoiding these harmful spots and embracing the Buddhist teachings I'm about to reveal, you can completely transform the energy of your home, and in turn, your financial life can prosper like never before, opening doors to opportunities, security, and growth. Prosperity begins with small changes, and this video could be the turning point you've been waiting for. Let's dive in and explore how the energy of your home influences your wealth. The wisdom of Buddha and nature's healing power. Imagine standing on the top of a mountain, with the cool, fresh morning breeze gently brushing your face, and the vibrant, warm sunlight streaming down, bathing everything in a soft, golden glow. Below you, a peaceful river winds its way through the valley, reflecting the sunlight like a mirror. Around you, the sounds of birds singing, leaves rustling, and the distant murmur of a waterfall create a symphony of tranquility. This is the environment that the Buddha envisioned, a place where nature's power flows freely, restoring balance and harmony, not just to the earth, but to our hearts and minds. Just as nature nourishes the earth and all its creatures, it has the power to heal us. Yet, how often do we stop to recognize the profound influence that our environment has on our energy and prosperity? We go about our daily lives, unaware of how our surroundings are shaping our inner world. In Buddhism, there is a deep understanding that our external environment directly affects our internal state. The energy that fills our homes can either support us in our journey toward prosperity or hinder us, often without us even realizing it. Buddhist teachings tell us that prosperity is not merely about accumulating wealth, but about achieving balance between body, mind, and spirit. The Buddha once said, "In every walk with nature, one receives far more than he seeks." This insight serves as a reminder that nature is not just a passive backdrop, but an active force that can help us heal. The earth's energy flows through us when we align ourselves with it, bringing harmony into our lives and our finances. Every space in your home, just like every space in nature, carries its own energy. When you live in harmony with the natural world, you are naturally aligning yourself with the flow of prosperity. The way you treat your home, the way you organize your living spaces, and the places where you store your money all influence the energy around you. If we treat our surroundings with mindfulness and respect, the energy in our homes will reflect that, inviting prosperity into our lives. For example, in Buddhist philosophy, the act of cleaning and organizing your home is not just about tidiness. It's about creating a positive space that allows energy to flow freely. The practice of mindfulness teaches us that the act of setting an intention, whether in a meditation session or in the way we arrange our surroundings, helps to invite the energy we want to manifest. This is why it is crucial to be mindful of the spaces in our. How you store your money reflects how you view abundance. When you store it in places filled with positive, calm energy, you align yourself with prosperity. When you store it in places of chaos, neglect, or teachings, this is one of the worst places to store your money. And the reasons are more profound than you might think. The mattress is a space designed for rest, rejuvenation, and comfort. When you lay down to sleep, it's a time for your body to heal, your mind to unwind, and your energy to recharge. In Buddhism, rest is considered an essential part of overall well-being. The mattress, a space meant for rest, should offer a sanctuary of peace, allowing the mind to find tranquility after the day's work. But when you store money under it, you introduce an energetic imbalance, mixing the vibrations of rest and relaxation with the energies of worry and attachment to material wealth. Imagine this. Each night, as you lay your head down, your mind is often filled with the weight of financial concerns. Whether consciously or subconsciously, the money under your mattress, instead of being a source of security, becomes a constant reminder of financial anxiety. It symbolizes the attachment to wealth, something that can tie you to worldly worries and prevent you from experiencing true peace. Instead of feeling light and free, you may find yourself carrying the weight of financial fears right into your sleep, which can disrupt your rest and keep you from fully recharging. In real-life examples, this constant stress over money can manifest in physical symptoms, insomnia, restlessness, and even nightmares. Many people who suffer from financial insecurity or obsessive thoughts about their finances often experience a restless night's sleep. The energy of money, when improperly stored under the mattress, can contribute to this mental unrest. The very act of physically hiding money in such a space symbolizes a mental attachment to scarcity and a fear of loss. Take, for example, the story of a woman named Clara, who was constantly stressed about her financial situation. She had been putting money under her mattress for years, thinking it was the safest place. Every time she looked at the money under there, her mind was flooded with anxiety over whether she had enough, whether her savings were secure, or whether she could afford her bills. At night, instead of relaxing, her thoughts were consumed with the weight of financial insecurity. She found it hard to sleep, tossing and turning, as the energy of money under the mattress kept her awake. Clara decided to apply the teachings she had learned from Buddhist philosophy. She realized that money is meant to flow freely, and she needed to stop clinging to it in ways that only fueled her worries. She moved her money from under the mattress and placed it in a more secure and positive space, one that symbolized protection and peace, a drawer in her desk that was organized, neat, and easily accessible. Over time, she noticed a change. She slept more soundly, her mind became clearer, and she felt lighter and more at ease. It wasn't just about where she stored her money. It was about her mindset and her newfound freedom from attachment to her financial fears. The Buddha taught that attachment to material things is one of the root causes of suffering. This applies not only to our possessions but also to our relationship with money. When we become overly attached to our wealth, we begin to view it as something that defines us, something that must be guarded at all costs. By storing money under the mattress, we physically embody this attachment and allow it to permeate our lives, preventing us from finding true peace. The energy of money becomes heavy, stagnant, and blocked, rather than flowing freely and multiplying. So, what should you do? The first step is simple. Remove the money from under your mattress. When you store money in a place where it can be freely accessed and treated with respect, such as a drawer, safe, or even a ceramic jar, you allow the energy to circulate. You are symbolically creating space for abundance to grow, rather than trapping it in a place filled with anxiety and fear. In Buddhism, letting go of attachment is key to achieving a sense of peace and prosperity. By taking this small yet significant step of removing the money from under your mattress, you are making room for a fresh flow of energy in your life. Your mind and body can truly relax, knowing that your financial worries are no longer tied to a space meant for rest and renewal. When you lay down to sleep, you can now focus on the present moment, resting without the burden of financial concerns, and wake up feeling refreshed, energized, and open to the opportunities of the day. When you sleep without financial worries, your energy becomes aligned with the peaceful flow of prosperity. You are able to approach each day with a clear mind and an open heart, ready to receive abundance and embrace the positive changes in your life. This is the essence of what the Buddha taught. Prosperity arises from inner balance, not from clinging to external things. Remember, the key to transforming your financial life begins with the spaces you inhabit. Choose wisely where you store your money, and let your environment reflect the energy you wish to attract. As you create spaces of peace and tranquility in your home, you make room for prosperity to flow into your life naturally. The second place to avoid, the kitchen. Imagine walking into the kitchen. The warmth wraps around you like a comforting embrace. The scent of freshly baked bread, the sound of a simmering pot, and the soft rustle of ingredients as they are transformed into nourishing meals. The kitchen, indeed, is often called the heart of the home, the very place where life's sustenance begins. Yet, there's a practice that many believe to be harmless: storing money in the kitchen, especially in the cupboard. According to Buddhist teachings, this might be one of the worst places for your finances. In the Buddhist perspective, the kitchen represents transformation. It is where raw ingredients undergo a change, turning into something new. Whether it's the vegetables chopped and sautéed, the flour mixed into dough, or the spices blended together to create a dish that nourishes. This transformation is full of unpredictability, change, and constant flux. When we store money in such a volatile environment, we may unknowingly invite the same chaos into our financial lives. The energy of the kitchen is not a steady, stable one. It is full of movement, change, and unpredictability. Just as the ingredients in a stew must be allowed to simmer gently to develop their flavor. Money needs time, patience, and careful handling to grow. The kitchen's nature, constantly in flux, does not offer that necessary stillness for wealth to flourish. Let's take a moment to reflect. Imagine the hustle and bustle of your kitchen. The heat from the stove, the rush to prepare a meal. The kitchen is always active, filled with sounds of pots and pans clanging and food being stirred and sautéed. This energetic chaos can carry into your finances if you store money here. When money is placed in such an environment, it is subjected to the constant shifting of energies, making it difficult for it to grow steadily. Just as a dish needs time to cook properly, money needs to be placed in an environment that is calm, stable, and intentional to allow it to grow and prosper. Buddhism teaches us the importance of mindfulness and patience, especially in relation to money. Just as we should approach our finances with careful attention and steady focus, we must avoid the environment of impulsiveness and chaos. The kitchen, with its heat and humidity, is symbolic of unbalanced emotional energy. When placed here, money becomes subject to the erratic energies of hasty decisions and emotional impulses, decisions that are not aligned with long-term financial planning or security. This is where emotional spending can arise. For example, after a long day in the kitchen, one might find themselves making rash purchases, guided by a sense of urgency or emotional exhaustion, which hinders the process of building financial security. Now, let's think about how you can correct this. To invite prosperity, it's essential to place your finances in a space that symbolizes stability and steadiness. Just like a seed placed in fertile soil, your money should be stored in a place that encourages slow and steady growth. A secure space, calm and orderly, allows the energy of your finances to align with positive, peaceful energy. Much like a plant that grows under consistent sunlight, your money can flourish when placed in a nurturing, stable environment. The kitchen is meant to transform ingredients into meals that nourish our bodies. Let it serve that purpose without mixing it with the unpredictable energy of financial chaos. The act of placing money in the kitchen is like placing your finances in a space of transition, not growth. The energies of transformation in the kitchen are meant for food, not for financial security. Remove your money from this space and find somewhere that reflects protection, growth, and steady prosperity. In everyday life, we can apply this teaching with practical examples. Perhaps you've had moments where you've impulsively spent money after preparing a big meal or felt frustrated when things don't seem to add up. It's the energy of the space influencing your decisions. Moving your money to a place of calm, such as a secure drawer or box in a quiet room, can shift the energy of abundance into your life. By choosing carefully, you start to invite a steady flow of prosperity into your life. Just as you carefully select the right ingredients for a balanced meal. Remember, prosperity requires patience, clarity, and steady growth. Avoid storing your money in places that reflect chaos, like the kitchen. Instead, let it be placed where stability and careful attention can nurture it to grow. This simple shift in how we store money can transform our financial energy and make room for true prosperity. The third place to avoid, the bathroom. Now, we venture into what might seem like an unusual spot for storing your money, the bathroom. It may seem like a discreet, out-of-the-way place, and many people store their valuables here, thinking it's a safe and private spot. But according to Buddhist teachings, the bathroom is one of the worst places to keep your finances. The bathroom is traditionally associated with cleansing, purging, and the release of impurities, both physical and mental. We use the bathroom to wash away the unnecessary, to rid ourselves of what no longer serves us. Symbolically, placing money in the bathroom is like flushing your prosperity away. The very flow of water in this space represents the draining of your financial energy. Just as we cleanse our bodies by flushing away waste, money placed in this environment might start to slip away in the same way. Imagine this. Money, which should be stable, protected, and nurtured, is instead placed in a space where it's subjected to constant movement and draining energy. The water in the bathroom is in continuous flow, representing the energy of change, movement, and impermanence. In a space like this, your finances, too, can feel like they're constantly slipping through your fingers, no matter how much you work, save, or earn. Like water that rushes past us in a stream, your money is unable to settle, grow, or multiply. In Buddhist philosophy, balance and stability are key to prosperity. The bathroom, however, is the opposite of these qualities. It is a space of cleansing, release, and renewal, not one that offers protection or nurturing. The quick, fleeting movement of energy in the bathroom is not conducive to wealth building. Just as you wouldn't place your savings in an unstable, temporary environment, you shouldn't store money in a place where its energy is constantly being washed away. Let's take a deeper look at how the bathroom's environment affects us physically. Think about the moisture in the air, the dampness that can often settle in the corners of the room, and the sense of temporary relief that the space offers. It's a small, enclosed space where we are often focused on personal release. This is a far cry from the kind of environment that supports financial growth and security. The very nature of the bathroom, with its sense of instability and transition, makes it an unsuitable place for anything that requires nurturing and long-term growth. For example, think about a time when you've gone through a period of financial stress. You may have felt the constant pull of worry, like water flowing endlessly, leaving you with no sense of control over your financial situation. This energy, like the water in the bathroom, is fast-moving, unstable, and fleeting, creating an environment where money cannot be grounded or allowed to grow. So, what can you do to change this? The first step is simple. Remove your money from the bathroom. It's as easy as finding a new, more stable location for it. Whether you use a safe, a secure drawer, or another place that feels calm and protected, you're making a significant shift in the energy surrounding your finances. The act of moving your money to a more secure and stable space invites balance and control back into your financial life. In Buddhist teachings, the importance of stability cannot be overstated. The Buddha spoke of the middle way, not too fast, not too slow, a balanced approach to life. When we store our money in the bathroom, we are inadvertently inviting instability and imbalance into our financial world. It's not just about a physical space, it's about the energy we associate with that space. Moving your money to a more supportive environment symbolizes taking control of your financial destiny. It's about creating a safe, calm, and steady space for your money to grow, just as you would create a stable foundation for a healthy life. Think about it practically. Just as we protect our most valuable possessions, we must protect our finances. When money is placed in a place like the bathroom, it sends the message that money is not safe. It suggests that we don't believe our wealth is worth nurturing. Moving your money into a more supportive environment ensures that it can grow freely, without the hindrances of unstable, draining energy. In daily life, it's not uncommon for people to hide money in places that seem out of sight, thinking it's safe or secret. But this can actually create an atmosphere of instability and secrecy, which can prevent prosperity from entering your life. The bathroom is a place meant for cleansing and release, not for storing anything that needs to thrive. By choosing a more stable, protected space for your money, you create a shift in how you view your finances, leading to more balance, growth, and prosperity. In conclusion, just as we care for our bodies with mindfulness and intention, we must do the same with our finances. The bathroom is not a place where wealth can flourish, but with small changes, such as removing money from this space, you create the energy needed to bring prosperity into your life. Remove the fear of scarcity, and replace it with an environment that supports long-term growth and stability. The fourth place to avoid, the garage. Let's focus on a place that is often overlooked as a potential hiding spot for money, the garage. For many people, it seems like an easy, out-of-sight place to store valuables, money included. But according to Buddhist teachings, the garage may not be the safest place for your financial well-being. The garage is a place of transition, It's where cars come and go, where items are temporarily stored, or sometimes left to collect dust. The constant ebb and flow of energy. This sense of movement symbolizes impermanence. Just like vehicles that move in and out of the garage, so does the energy of money in this space. The flow of money becomes erratic and unstable, constantly going in and out, never staying long enough to grow or accumulate. In Buddhist philosophy, we are taught that true prosperity stems from creating a stable foundation. Prosperity needs an environment where things can remain grounded, protected, and nurtured. The garage, with its transitory nature, cannot provide such stability. It is not a space where wealth can stay secure or grow steadily. Think of a car parked in the garage. It's always moving, always on the go, constantly traveling somewhere, never stationary. Money, when stored in the garage, is caught in a similar cycle, moving and fluctuating, never having the opportunity to settle or accumulate. The energy in this space is symbolic of instability and unpredictability, mirroring the same uncertainties in your financial life. If your money is always stored in a place where movement and impermanence prevail, it becomes much harder to save, build wealth, and create a lasting financial foundation. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of balance and harmony in our lives, especially when it comes to achieving lasting success. Prosperity thrives when we build a stable foundation. The garage, however, represents constant motion, making it an unsuitable environment for wealth. The energy here reflects a lack of permanence, which in turn makes it difficult for your finances to settle and grow. Let's put it into perspective. Imagine your garage, filled with things that you no longer need, things that are waiting to be discarded or changed. This energy of temporary use, the constant shifting of items in and out, is the same energy that affects your money. Money, like the clutter in the garage, can feel like it's always in transition, always moving, never able to settle long enough to grow. In Buddhism, the concept of samyama, which refers to balance and harmony, is key to creating sustainable success. Without balance, there can be no long-term growth. Stability is necessary for prosperity to flourish. The garage, filled with energy of transition and impermanence, sends a message that wealth cannot remain grounded. Instead, it is swept away by the currents of instability and uncertainty. So, what can you do to break this cycle? It's simple. Remove your money from the garage. Instead, place your finances somewhere that represents stability, security, and calm. A safe, a drawer, or a space in your home where you can store your money without the constant push and pull of transience. A place where the energy is grounded and protected, allowing your finances the space they need to grow steadily. The act of choosing a secure place for your money is also an act of showing respect for your resources. Just like you care for your well-being by finding peaceful, nurturing spaces to rest, your finances also need a place that supports their growth. By moving your money from the garage and into a space of stability, you align yourself with the true principles of prosperity, security, calm, and steady growth. When your money is in the right space, one that reflects permanence and balance, it can begin to thrive. Choose a space that symbolizes abundance and respect for your resources. With each thoughtful action you take in aligning your financial energy with calmness and stability, you will notice your wealth growing, just as the energy of the environment around you becomes more supportive and abundant. The fifth place to avoid, the attic. Now, let's explore the attic, another place where people often store valuables, including money. The attic is a space that many see as a place for items not immediately needed, tucked away in corners, forgotten or out of sight. But in Buddhist teachings, the attic is not considered a good place for your wealth either. The attic, much like the garage, represents what is hidden from view, what is out of reach and control. It is a space associated with neglect, a place where things are forgotten, left untouched. Storing money in such an environment implies that your wealth is far from you, out of your reach, and not part of the continuous flow of your life. According to Buddhist teachings, wealth should be accessible, and it should not be hidden or left in a state of neglect. Think of how the attic feels: dark, dusty, and often filled with old items that may never see the light of day again. Storing your money here can make it feel like it is stagnant, difficult to access when needed, and disconnected from your everyday life. The energy of the attic is that of delay and forgotten things. Money stored there symbolizes that your prosperity is not at hand, it's out of reach, untouched, and not in your direct control. Buddhism emphasizes samyama, balance and flow, as essential for financial stability. Money, like any valuable resource, needs to be accessible, respected, and nurtured. The attic, however, is filled with forgotten objects, representing disconnection from the present moment. This is the opposite of how your wealth should be treated. When you store your finances in a forgotten corner of your home, you block the natural flow of energy that allows wealth to grow and multiply. Now, imagine a scenario. You need your savings in an emergency, and you realize it's locked away, buried under layers of dust and boxes. Inaccessible in the attic. The money is there, but it's beyond reach, stagnant, forgotten. This is the energy we want to avoid for our prosperity. Money needs to be readily available when we need it. Storing it in a space of neglect, like the attic, sends the message that your financial resources are unreachable, creating a subconscious sense of helplessness regarding your wealth. So, what should you do to correct this? The first step is simple. Remove your money from the attic. Find a space where it can be easily accessed, somewhere that symbolizes stability, openness, and clarity. A drawer, a safe, or any secure location that represents life, vitality, and balance. A space where your money can be cared for, nurtured, and managed properly. By doing this, you align your financial energy with prosperity. Consider this: a drawer in your living room or an organized safe in your bedroom. These are spaces filled with energy that is active, accessible, and constantly in flow. They represent the vibrancy of life and can foster the energy of prosperity. When you move your money out of the attic and into a space of dynamic energy, you begin to shift your financial reality. You transform from a space of neglect to a space of clarity and control. The attic, as a place of isolation, represents wealth that is hidden and hard to access. For prosperity to flow into your life, it must be visible, active, and protected. It must be in a space where you can nurture it, appreciate it, and put it to use when needed. The energy of your finances should be steady, clear, and accessible, not buried away in a dark corner of your home. By choosing the right space for your money, you create the perfect environment for growth, stability, and security, just as you care for the spaces in your home to ensure they foster a calm and positive atmosphere. So too should you care for the way you store your wealth. By removing your money from the attic, you are not just changing its physical location, you are changing the energy surrounding it, shifting from a place of isolation and neglect to one of prosperity and growth. The sixth place to avoid: near electronic devices. Imagine placing your hard-earned money right next to your computer, phone, or television, an area filled with the constant hum of electromagnetic waves. The energy flowing erratically like a stream torn by a storm. It might seem like a convenient spot, especially when the devices are near, and your day-to-day life revolves around them. But in Buddhist teachings, this proximity may come with unforeseen consequences. Electronic devices, whether they are phones, televisions, or computers, create a field of instability. The electromagnetic waves they emit disrupt the natural flow of energy in their surroundings. This disruption manifests not only in the way our minds process information but in how we handle our financial resources. Just as these devices bombard us with constant information, distractions, and often unnecessary noise, they can cloud our financial clarity, leading to confusion and impulsiveness. In the Buddhist philosophy of mindfulness, we learn the power of clarity and focus. The practice of mindfulness in every action and decision requires a calm, peaceful environment, where distractions are minimized, and one can reflect before taking any action. Keeping money near electronic devices, where the energy is scattered and fast-moving, introduces an element of chaos into your financial world. It makes it easier to make rushed decisions, to act impulsively, and to disregard long-term goals in F. The energy generated by these devices, filled with stress and rush, has the potential to shift your mindset to one of urgency. You may find yourself caught in a cycle of hasty decisions, anxious thoughts, or erratic spending. Over time, this can create a sense of financial instability, with money flowing out just as easily as it flows in. In Buddhist teachings, money should be stored in a place that cultivates peace, not in an environment that fosters chaos. Rather than allowing the disruptive energy of electronic devices to penetrate the flow of prosperity. Find a peaceful, clear space that supports stability. When money is kept in an area where you can focus, relax, and make balanced decisions, the chances of prosperity growing naturally and consistently increase. The seventh place to avoid: the office desk drawer. Imagine the small, seemingly innocuous drawer in your office desk. It's close by, convenient, and easily accessible when you need it. However, the energy within this drawer might be more complex than you realize. And its influence on your financial well-being could be quite powerful, though not in the way you might hope. In Buddhist teachings, the office or workspace is often associated with mental activity, stress, and decision-making. The act of working, meeting deadlines, solving problems, and constantly engaging with tasks creates an environment charged with urgency and tension. This is a place where the mind races, and decisions are made quick. When you store money in your office desk drawer, you might inadvertently be infusing it with the very same energy that fills the office: stress. The drawer, a place dedicated to work-related items, becomes a repository for financial resources charged with urgency. The energy of pressure and mental activity associated with your work can seep into the very essence of your money, turning it into a tool for solving immediate problems rather than a resource for long-term growth. This constant association with work-related Buddhism emphasizes balance, peace, and mindfulness in all areas of life. When it comes to finances, it is particularly important to approach money with clarity and calmness. The drawer, a symbol of work and productivity, is not the ideal place to keep money that you want to grow and prosper. Money stored in such a place may come to represent a quick fix, a means to deal with the pressures of life, rather than a resource to create abundance and stability. The constant reminder of deadlines, projects, and tasks can make it difficult to view money as something that should work for you and grow at its own pace. Instead, it may start to feel like a tool to get through the next obstacle, causing you to make financial decisions based on emotion or necessity rather than strategy or mindfulness. In Buddhist philosophy, peace and stillness are essential to the clear and wise management of resources. By placing your money in a space filled with the energy of stress and mental clutter, you're inadvertently allowing that chaos to influence your finances. Just as the mind needs stillness to achieve enlightenment, your money requires an environment of calm and intention in order to grow and thrive. A better practice is to store your money in a place that symbolizes tranquility and peace. Choose a quiet, serene space, perhaps a safe or a container in a room dedicated to relaxation and reflection. By keeping your money in such an environment, you create a space where it can rest, grow, and be accessed with clarity and mindfulness. This approach allows you to make thoughtful, measured decisions about your finances, without the pressure and urgency of work clouding your judgment. The act of placing money in a peaceful place is a reflection of how you view your relationship with it: calm, mindful, and purposeful. When you store your money away from the stress of work, you are symbolically telling the universe that your finances are not a source of anxiety but a tool for personal and spiritual growth. Just as a tranquil mind is essential for enlightenment, so too is a peaceful environment crucial for the flourishing of wealth. Now that you know the places where you should avoid storing your money, it's time to make the necessary changes to align with the flow of abundance. The key to prosperity lies not just in where you place your money, but in the energy that surrounds it. By choosing the right spaces to store your wealth, you are symbolically inviting stability, growth, and prosperity into your life. Buddhist teachings emphasize mindfulness in every aspect, including how we handle our finances. Be conscious of where you place your money, and ensure it's stored in areas that promote security, positivity, and stability. As you make these small, mindful adjustments to your environment, watch how your financial energy transforms. Prosperity isn't just about accumulating wealth, it's about creating harmony between your material success and your inner peace. Start making changes today, and see how the energy of your home and finances shift toward abundance and tranquility. Thank you so much for watching our video until the end. Please give us a like, share, and comment to motivate us to create more new videos with exciting and interesting stories. Wishing you a wonderful day. Goodbye.